The lesson.
Oh yeah.
Tell us, I guess, in a bit of detail, how the whole Triple J thing, came about. Because obviously you started, the music thing as an artist.
Yeah.
And now you're,
Yeah.
a radio personality. So tell us a little bit about that transition, like how it all come about.
Yeah, I mean, it was never in the plans to. I mean, obviously now I'm thinking, man, I lucked out, but then there is no such thing as luck, is there? I mean, it's fortune, but you work hard towards it and you just put yourself in certain situations. And I always say, it was lucky I was in the right time, the right place. But, you work yourself to that position where things can present themselves, the opportunities. So when she was doing the show and then she would go on tour or travel, they would have certain people that they would call, And then one day I was just in Sydney and she saw me. She said, would you be interested to fill in now and again? I was like, oh yeah, that'd be a lot, fun. Play the music that I like. What's not to like about that? So yeah, that would happen a couple of times, and then it came to a time where she said, "Look, I'm moving overseas, to America to live," and the people at Triple J asked myself and a few others, are you interested in the job full time? I was like, yeah, of course. So we submitted our demos and I got the job and yes, it's an awesome job. I mean, like as you get to talk to cool people and play music that you feel is great to present to people and like I mentioned up top, it was never on the plans to be on the radio. But I'm really stoked that I did do it. And there was a kind of conflict because, as you mentioned, I'm an artist, and I didn't want to take the job and then say, okay, I'm not playing any more Coolism now because you're working here. That was the concern. So, and they were like, nah, if the music's good, we're gonna support it. And I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, I'm still there and I'm loving it, man.
We get a few submissions. You guys would get a lot more,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you're a national thing. Just out of interest, how many submissions on average would you get a week for your show? And can you remember any standout submissions, whether they were for the right or wrong reasons?
Yeah, as far as submissions, yeah, a lot. And I do try and listen to all of it because you never know. Like, I've come across people that come from like rural areas in Victoria or wherever, and you kind of look at it and you're like, you can usually tell the first kind of 10, 20 seconds whether you're gonna like it or not, but you never know. So, and I played this and I was like, oh man, this is awesome. No one's heard of this guy, and that's the kind of things you want to support. There've been a lot of bad ones. It's all subjective, but there have been a lot of bad ones, and I do feel bad because it's like they're putting their heart and soul into this song or this album, and to me, it's like it just doesn't cut it, And you feel bad when you kind of just like, yeah, I'm not playing that, but that's just the way it is. Not, I would like to play football for Australia, but that's not gonna happen. That's crazy to me when people submit something and there's like no cover, no track listing, or no contact. Maybe to me it's like common sense, and maybe to someone that's kind of starting up, that they're not thinking in that way yet. But yeah, I feel, man, like a little bit of professionalism is not hard to do, or to come across. And like I said, I listened to a lot, and I think with the introduction of Triple J Unearthed, the site where a lot of people upload, I think that's kind of diverted a lot of that because people just go straight there and upload their songs, and so that's a beautiful thing. All genres of music and anyone can do it, and as long as you're Australian.
The lesson.
Oh yeah.